Danielle Coe Mitchell is one of the best things that's happened to the clinical trial industry in a long time. Like many in the field, she had a hard time getting into the clinical trial industry, but she channeled some of that frustration and lessons learned to help others to join this wonderful industry. She's the president and founder of Black Women in Clinical Research. We had the chance to talk to her recently about what her group is up to and her goals for the future to improve diversity in clinical trials. Danielle, it is a pleasure to have you with us. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much, Michael, for having me.
Now, as I mentioned, I want to say at the front, I am very proud to be holding a Black Women in Clinical Research pen. I'm going to be using it to take notes throughout this interview. Really respect what you're doing. Let's first talk about what drives you. You know, what fuels your passion? Because I saw you recently on a trip. You're traveling all the time. You're out and about. You're doing stuff. You're very active. I know it's positive, but it's hard. You're taking a difficult path. So what's your motivation to do this?
So for me, my motivation, Michael, is really just trying to increase the diversity in the clinical research industry. Being that I was new to the industry and not seeing a lot of Black women in this space, that's when it really, I would say, ignited a fire for me to seek out other Black professionals that look like me and see if there were some challenges with getting into the industry. So I know I've told you this previously, but for me, it started with the Facebook group. And from the Facebook group, just trying to connect with other people who look like me, see if they're having any challenges or seeing if we can use any resources to see, okay, what are some of the experience that you've had with trying to get into the industry? And from there, it just took off. I still tell people to this day, I am amazed and shocked that we have this many members, that now we're close to 15,000 members, and you were here for the beginning of my clinical research journey. I want to say you were the first person who interviewed me, Michael. So,
And I got a pen for it. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm glad. No, it's exciting to be a part of this in any way. All right, so let's talk about Black Women in Clinical Research Group. Yeah, 15,000 strong, growing. Obviously, you've met a need, you've touched a chord, you created something, and it's like if you build it, they will come. A lot of people are coming. So I guess my indirect question is, what does it say about this industry that your group is viewed as so necessary and so popular, and people are yearning to be part of this community?
So with Black Women in Clinical Research, we have created a safe space for people to feel comfortable, to ask questions. A lot of times when you are the only person that looks like you in the room, you don't always feel very comfortable sharing or asking questions. So what we have created is, in a sense, a sisterhood. I tell everyone that we are family now. So feel free to ask questions, feel free to be vulnerable and share what are you trying to get out of this industry? How can we support you? A lot of times, and we're just creating Black Women in Clinical Research, we realize that with support and motivation, this has helped people apply for higher level roles, because we know that a lot of women don't always apply to positions if they don't check off all of the boxes. So with this support, I've had so many members tell me that because of your group, I applied for this position and I got it. And it's amazing what a little motivation can do and support. And we've helped over 400 members receive jobs in the industry in just 300 years. And over 800 of our members have utilized our career services, because a lot of times it's not that people lack the skill or knowledge. Sometimes people just don't know how to put together a resume, or people might have interview anxiety. I know I have interview anxiety. So just having someone that can talk to me and help me with the interview process has changed, my life tremendously.
Now, and as you've noted, this group, and it's amazing, has taken off incredibly quickly beyond your wildest dreams. But let's keep dreaming now. Let's talk about what kind of goals do you have for this group and for the industry in the next couple of years?
So I want to be the number one resource when it comes to, increasing diversity in the clinical research workforce. So if there are companies that are looking to increase their Black talent pool, I want to be that company where you say, hey, let me reach out to Danielle, because we have so many talented members in the group. We have MDs, PhDs, MBAs. There's so many people that are trying to get in, but with the industry, there's that 2-year requirement that kind of becomes a roadblock for a lot of people. So I want to break down these barriers. I want to have a direct pipeline with my members and the company. So that's why I have been creating sponsorships with different CROs, with different pharmaceutical companies, because I have people that reach out to me and say, I don't know how to attract Black talent.
Well, you are doing such an incredible service here, and it's so exciting. And you're right; it was fun to talk to you. I know at the very, very outset of when you started this, which feels like a long time ago, but wasn't that long ago. But I want to thank you just for joining us on the program today, but for the work you are doing. You are really one of the most influential people in this industry. You're a breath of fresh air, and it's great to have you in this industry. You are really making a difference.
Well, thank you so much, Michael. I really appreciate it.